Today on the channel, we take a trip on the ship back to San Diego Comic-Con 2023 for the NECA exclusive, Alf.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another NECA Alf unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got the San Diego Comic-Con 2023 exclusive Comic-Con Alf. But for all your Alf needs that aren't Comic-Con exclusives, make sure you're hitting up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10% on an all-in-stock items. Anything over $79 does ship free. Got to get a deal out there. And this Alf was, of course, San Diego Comic-Con 2023 exclusive from NECA. And technically, this is called the Cosmic Con. I think legalities and things like that makes sense. But man, one of the coolest exclusives in a heck of a long time here. And these Alf figures are extremely fun. Of course, we unboxed the OG, the first edition of Alf on this very channel 6 months ago or so. What is time? But we got a very simple, nice, fun repaint here for San Diego Comic-Con 2023. And honestly, if you attended San Diego Comic-Con 2023, I feel like you need this Alf in your collection. You have to have representation of Alf anyways, especially if you're a kid of the 80s and 90s. And apparently Alf is coming back with a new TV series with Ryan Reynolds producing or directing or doing something with it. I don't know. But apparently Alf is coming back to the TV, and man, we welcome that. We welcome Alf back. But just a fun exclusive that the minute they announced it, I knew I had to have it. I wanted to remember my time for San Diego Comic-Con. It was my first ever San Diego Comic-Con, of course. Wanted to remember that. Of course, I'm an Alf fan. Just played a lot of hits for me as this one here, and all the way down to the packaging. So a very, very cool looking Alf figure. There's no doubt about it. And of course, in this review, we're going to do it like we do all the other ones here on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. So without further ado, let's look at the old Alf packaging here. Very similar, but very different. You got kind of a cosmic space background, Alf in the yellow letters. Nice glamour shot of Alf of what we're getting right here. And he does say, "Boy, are my arms tired." And it does say Melmac Cosmic Con Intergalactic 2023 exclusive alien life form ultimate Cosmic Con action figure. Beautiful, beautiful. And you even got a little bit of a nice kind of, I don't know what you call that. It's raised. The lettering is raised. Has a nice feel to it. It's just not flat cardboard. On the side, there's Alf looking good. Say anything? Nope, just him. A little glamour shot. Got the old shades going on. Alf looking only like an Alf could look. Set your phases to stunning on the side over there. Is it phasers? Phasers. There you go. Set your phasers to stunning. Very Alf once again. How about I put it right side there? There we go. Looking cool there. Of course, wisecracking Alf, as we do know. On the back of the package, we got all kinds of stuff. We got the blurb. We got some glamour shots. I'm here for all of that. Let's see what it says about Alf right here. A little bit hard to read in this silver lettering here. Alf crash-landed through the roof of the Tanner family garage and square into the hearts and homes of America's television viewers. Man, when are we getting that Willie Tanner figure? Man, get me Seinfeld's mom, too. Give me her. I forget her name, but the pesky neighbor. There's always a pesky neighbor, and it was Seinfeld's mom in this one here. This short furry alien life form quickly surprised everyone with urbane wit and unusual customs and habits. Of course, he loved to eat cats, as we do know. It does say, "To all my adoring fans, nice convention. When do we eat?" And that's when we head over to Grandma's Pizza, and we get a Grandma slice of pepperoni pizza there. That's what we did, and I think I saw Alf in line. He was a little farther up than me, but I think I saw him there. It does come with his own backpack, all that kind of stuff. Includes cloth shirt, sunglasses, tote bag, cell phone, camera, camcorder, convention pass, and interchangeable hands as well. A lot of hits being played with this Alf figure, a lot of hits. I left my heart in San Diego, and didn't we all? We all left a piece of us, or at least a big piece of our wallets in San Diego, that is for sure. Then you get the glamour shot right there, I guess the plastic prison shot right there. But let's get Alf out of the package. I almost want to get another one of these just to leave in the box. Maybe I'll run into Alf one of these days, maybe at a convention, and maybe I'll get him to autograph it. Who knows? We got a nice little background going on there. I'm here for that. Off to the side, a gentle see you later. I might keep the packaging on that one. But we do got Alf, and we got a little taped-in bag right here. We got a little, get this out first. See what's going on. There it is. All right, got a little plastic, got a little silica packet. Oh, that's some of the great stuff right there. Off to the races. See you later. We'll get to this in a second. But then we got Alf. There he is in the plastic prison, and man, he's locked in with twist ties for days. But we got Alf in the plastic prison. Love the accessories we're getting here with this Alf figure. We're going to dive into all those here shortly. Going to put that plastic back in. Get these hands out. Now, of course, a lot of reuse with this Alf figure. There's no doubt about it. You got to get the most out of your molds. But like I said earlier, this is truly the best convention exclusive. I mean, it just plays all the hits right here. Of course, it gets Alf back out there for NECA. You can play off the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive theme. Get you a way to make some money for your business, that being NECA. And it just kind of makes a lot of sense. It's just really something very fun and not something super, super serious. I mean, I'm here for that all day long. Off to the side. How about that for a see you later? All right, let's dive into all these accessories here. We got some stuff, a lot of new stuff with this one, honestly, here. But we do get hands here. We do get Alf. We get 2 gripping hands. So we get 2 gripping hands here. Comes with 2 splayed out hands. No fists for Alf. He's not throwing any fist at anybody here. And then we do get 2 pointing fingers here for the old brother hands here, which is nice for San Diego Comic-Con. Because if you're with a buddy, you're with a friend, you're walking around, you're like, oh, look at that. Hey, look at that over there. You got a lot of that going on at San Diego Comic-Con, or even a Cosmic Con, of course, with this one. So nice furry hands there. Choose your own hand adventure, as we usually say and do. Get a little reuse going on here with the shades there. Of course, you got to have Alf in his shades. Of course, very iconic, his sunglasses. Alf loves a good sunglasses, just like me. We all love our things, and I love sunglasses. Alf loves sunglasses. We're 2 peas in a pod at the end of the day. How about that? Then we get an old school camera here. Definitely cool, of course. Once again, great for figure photographers. You can mix this in with other toy lines if you really wanted to. But that's an old school way. It's before cell phones. We had these cameras. I remember being in high school and junior high and having photography class. And we had these cameras like this. And we'd have to go in the dark room. We'd have to do this stuff. Oh my gosh, what a time to be alive that was. It took forever to get a picture developed. And you're like, oh, I had the camera upside down, or I had it sideways, or my finger was in front of the lens. And I just went through all this work developing this film. Man, crazy times. But cool to get that camera. And speaking of camera, man, oh man, old school, big old camera, movie camera. You just don't see these anymore, that's for sure. But you go to your little league game as a kid in the 80s and 90s, weddings and stuff, there'd always be somebody hooking one of these things around. Your dad, hey, smile. And these VHS tapes cost $12 each. Let's not waste them. You know, that whole thing here. But very cool. Just once again, great for figure photographers, mixing with other toy lines, things like that. But man, very cool, very, very 80s, 90s. Of course, the old school, big old camcorder. I'm here for that. Then, speaking of 80s and 90s, we get the big old cell phone, of course. The old brick cell phone, the old Zach Morris, Paul Heyman special. Paul E. Dangerously, I guess, technically. But definitely cool. Definitely a moment in time. And if you saw somebody with one of these, you knew they were a big-time businessman or maybe a drug dealer of some sort. So that's what you thought. But definitely, or they were Zach Morris or Paul Heyman, Paul E. Dangerously. But definitely cool. Once again, very, very cool to see that. And then you do get the backpack. Of course, you go to San Diego Comic-Con, everybody gets a backpack there when you check in. It does say Melmac, Cosmic Con, Intergalactic. Just very, very cool. And the nice thing is you got room in there. It's actually a real backpack. So you could store his extra hands. You could store stuff in here on his back on your shelf. That way you don't lose accessories, things like that. So getting the most out of that backpack there, no doubt about it. Now we get Alf going on here, and he's got his Cosmic Con badge. Of course, everybody got a badge when you go in. It's got all that kind of stuff on it. So this very, very fitting. Looks a lot like San Diego Comic-Con's badge, but isn't, of course. You got the beautiful Hawaiian shirt. Oh, Hawaiian shirts, one of the greatest inventions of all time. Tom Selleck really brought those to the next level, at least for me as a little kid. But of course, guys like Alf did help that along as well. I'm a big fan of the Hawaiian shirts going back to when I was a little kid. Still wear them occasionally, even in an unboxing video from time to time, as you guys see right here. But besides that, it's basically, I think, the Alf we've seen before, but as I keep saying, makes a lot of sense. It's kind of the way it should be. You gotta get the most out of your molds. It's a fun, quick repaint. You don't have to have it, but it's a fun one to have, no doubt about it. But definitely looks like Alf all day long. If you know who Alf is, there's no mistaking for who this is when you look at it. Got the big old black eyes, kind of that big old snout on him. Got his teeth. You got the movable jaw like we've seen in the past, so his mouth opens. Just beautiful, beautiful looking Alf figure here. Got the big hair going on, and the big poof off to the side. Got the big ears for Alf there, looking nice. Of course, articulation, the arms do go around. You get a little bicep, little shoulder, little kind of forearm articulation, hands removable back and forth. Of course, you get the waist on him. The usual neck articulation here for Alf. Big old splits if you need to, legs up and down, bend at the knee, bend at the ankles, big old sturdy feet on Alf. No peg hole on the bottom, but he does got his 3 toes, his pads down there, like a dog, I would say, something like that. A cat, a dog, you know how it goes. Definitely very cool looking Alf here. Not the biggest figure ever, but of course it is Alf at the end of the day. So he shouldn't be a towering Hulk, but it depends on your scaling, I guess, and how you want him. Of course, we got the prior version of Alf, a different Hawaiian shirt. It really comes down to how do you like your Alf. And I forgot to mention Alf in his tail there. He's got his tail as well. The shirt should be able to be removed just like the other one was. It is Velcro on there. So with this, you can have just a regular plain Jane Alf if you want to. You can take that shirt off if you want. To me, you got to leave him on. It gives him a little bit more personality, but I could see having one Alf with no shirt on and then maybe buying a third one and having both of them displayed in their Hawaiian shirts. Whatever you want to do. It depends how big of an Alf fan you are at the end of the day. But definitely a lot of rehash here, but definitely makes a lot of sense. And honestly, out of all the convention exclusives, there was a lot of really cool ones. A lot of them I had to have in my collection. But really, for the sheer fun of everything, this was probably the funnest San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, really, at the end of the day. It wasn't a challenge to get, fairly easy to get. It represents San Diego Comic-Con more than anything else because it's Comic-Con specific as far as what it's about. You know, you get the Muhammad Ali, it's a Comic-Con exclusive, yes, but Ali doesn't have anything to do with Comic-Con. Alf, he's dressed in his Hawaiian shirt, he's got his lanyard, he's got his backpack. It's just a really, really fun set to have. So I'm happy I picked this one up. I think you can still probably pick this up from the NECA website, possibly. I mean, I would definitely recommend this one. Especially if you did go to San Diego Comic-Con, it'd be something cool just to kind of remember your time. As a little like a souvenir or something like that. That's my final verdict on this one. But a very cool Alf one. A lot of stuff we've seen in the past with enough newness to warrant the pickup. But what say you guys and gals out there? You picking up this Alf? You playing the long game? You good with just this regular Alf and calling it good? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Of course, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day and even more content for you over on Patreon. Patreon, of course, get early access to videos like this, bonus content, exclusive content, Q&As, giveaways, pizza reviews, you name it, all going down over there on the old Patreon channel. And best of all, you do support the channel by being a member of the Patreon. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson, and don't forget social media, SirPaul64 on X, Instagram and Threads, _Kyle_Peterson. So for Alf, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.